I just wanna dance and feel good.
Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about money, honey. Was that cheesy? In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to save money, which is funny that it's coming from me because I have not always been the best at saving my money. I just recently started getting good at it, so I thought I would share with you guys some of my tips and what I've been doing to put away more money in the savings account. So yes, let's just get into my tips. So one of the basic, most easiest things to do to save your money is to save your change. If you pay with cash a lot, then you probably have a lot of change that is accumulated as you've been using your cash. So put that in a jar somewhere to the side, and slowly that'll start adding up, and before you even know it, you'll have like a full jar of a bunch of change. And then you take that to the bank, have them do that thing where you pour the coins in the machine and it like gives you money back in return basically, and there you go, you got money back instead. I think it is so easy to just save your change because you don't even realize, like say something's $17 and like 80 cents. You get like 20 cents back from that. If you put that in a jar, that slowly starts adding up, and eventually you'll have like a whole bunch of money, and when you take that to the bank, then you get cash back fast and you don't even realize that you've been saving your money. Another good thing to do if you're a clothes shopper like myself is before you go clothes shopping, go through all the stuff you already have and pick out things that you don't like and you don't think you're gonna wear anymore. Put those away in a basket and take it to like Plato's Closet. I don't know if there's anywhere else that does like reselling of clothes, but take it somewhere where they'll look at it and buy some of your clothes off of you. That way you get some money back for it, and then you can use some of that money to buy new clothes. So not only are you clearing out your old wardrobe of stuff that you don't even wear anymore anyway, but you're also getting money back for it, which you can spend on new clothes to buy, which I think is a really easy way to save money if you're trying to buy clothes. Along the same lines of that, if you're trying to save some money on buying clothes or purchases, is online. If you're making a purchase, it'll have like an email sign up that pops up usually on the site and says, oh, save 20% or something if you enter your email down below. Enter your email down below. You can easily like unsubscribe to them as they come in, or have like a whole separate email account where you just use that, and that is so easy to save your money just by entering an email address. So you can always have an extra email address specifically for those coupons and stuff, and then like a real one that you don't want to get mixed up with all the junk that you're gonna get from those companies. But it's so easy to save like 10 or 20% or 15% on something as soon as you enter that, and you can add that discount to your cart and get a discount off of the stuff you already want to buy. One of my biggest problems is I am an impulse shopper to a T. I want something, I want it right now, I need to go buy it right now, need it now. And I feel like in today's society, it's super easy to want something right now and get it like literally like right now. You can do Amazon Prime, order it online, and get it within 2 days or something crazy like that, or go out and buy something that you want like now. But I think it's important to try and like restrict that, take it down a notch, which I've been trying to do, but it's really, really hard, and not impulse buy so much. If you're thinking about wanting to buy something, think about it for a couple of days and then make the purchase. If you're still thinking about it like a week from now, maybe you really do want it and it's okay to buy it, but sometimes you'll want something really, really bad, buy it, and then you don't ever use it because you just don't really want it that bad. You just wanted it in that instant. So if you just wait it out and like hold off a minute, then the urge might go away and you might be able to save that money that you're gonna spend on something ridiculous. This is also something I try to do that I feel like has served me really well, and that's to try not to spend money on food and drinks, which I feel like can be really hard, especially if you're in college, because it's so fast and convenient to spend your money on food and drinks. But I think it's really helpful to try and restrict that and not do that as much as you possibly can. I'm not saying you never do that, because that's just not gonna happen. Like, you're gonna want to go out and get something to eat or go get drinks or something, but try to minimize it as much as possible. So for me, I used to love, and I still do, love spending my money on coffee. Like, going to get a nice iced coffee is like one of my favorite things to do ever. It's like such a treat to me. So instead of going and getting it like 3 or 4 times a week because I like it so much, I restrict myself and I let myself have it once a week. That's it, one time a week, and I look forward to that one time, and you're not having it like too much, not spending too much money or anything like that, but you still get that reward. So I just try to minimize my money spent on food. Also, another thing that I try not to do is to like go get fast food or something by myself. Like, if I'm gonna go out to eat, I'm gonna make it like a friendship thing, you know? Like, I'm either gonna go out to dinner with my boyfriend or go out to dinner with friends and make it like like a hangout sesh, you know what I mean, as opposed to just like me really craving something and going and getting it, which, you know, sometimes happens, but it's whatever. But like I said, try to minimize that as much as possible and you'll save some money. So right now I live at home, so I don't have to worry about like bills and food, groceries, rent, stuff like that. I don't have to worry about that because I live at home, so it's like taken care of for me, which is really nice. But if you do live on your own or with somebody else, make sure that you're budgeting for that. I have a feeling if I were to move out on my own, I probably wouldn't budget right away. It'd take me a while to realize that I needed to start budgeting, but my dad is an accountant and he's like made me up sheets before of budgets of how much things would cost if I were to live on my own, and I wish I would have kept that. I threw it away. Sorry, Dad. He's like made me like 2 or 3 of them and I just throw them away because I'm just like, I don't want to think about it. It's so much money. But I definitely think it helps to have a budget just to have some idea as to where all your money's going. I don't know that this is necessarily like a tip on how to save money, but if you're budgeting, you'll at least know where your money's going and be able to put more in your savings or do better things with your money if you know where it's all going. You catch my drift? Alright, my last 2 are like my biggest tips. I saved the best for last. But like I said, since I still live at home, I still have the luxury of keeping all my money. I don't have to pay rent or anything. I get to keep all the money that I'm bringing in from work. So what I've been trying to do is put half of my paycheck into my savings straight away. So the day I get paid, I go online to my bank and I transfer half of my paycheck into my savings account. And I know that sounds crazy, and if you would have told me this like a year ago, I would have been like, oh heck no, I need that money to spend. Like, I worked hard for that. I need to go spend it. But I think it's so rewarding to not spend it and put it in my savings. Like, watching my savings grow these past couple months where I've been putting half of my paycheck into my savings has been amazing, and I'm like so proud of myself for doing it. It just feels good knowing that you're putting it away and not necessarily wasting it on pointless things. And along the same line, what I've been trying to do is I'll transfer half of my paycheck into my savings, and then sometimes I'll even put more knowing that I can take some out. So I'll try and keep like the littlest amount in my checking. So I'll put honestly like $50 or $100 in my checking account, and that's all I'll keep, and the rest I'll put in my savings account. And that way I don't have as much, like I don't look at my checking account, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much money to spend. Instead I'm like, oh, I don't have that much money. So it kind of restricts me. But if I really want something, I'll take some money from my savings and pull it over, knowing that I put away extra beforehand. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't just be pulling stuff out of your savings willy-nilly, because that will get you in trouble. But I have found it helpful for me to keep a very minimal amount in my checking account and just put it all in my savings, and then if I want something to just transfer it over. But like I said, you can get carried away really easy with that, so be careful. And that is just what's worked for me to restrict myself on my shopping addiction. And the one thing that's been getting me to save more lately is that I have a goal in mind. Before, like last year, I never really had a goal. It was just like, oh, you have this savings account because you're supposed to save your money, but you don't really understand like where it's going. It's just going in another account and you can't touch it, and it just feels stupid to you because you don't get to use it and you work hard for it. But lately I have a goal in mind. So like my goal is I want to pay for my college, and I want to pay for a house and an apartment one day and build up a savings account for my future house and all that sort of thing. So lately I've had a strict goal in mind of saving all my money for that sort of thing, and I think it's partially because like I know I'm like coming up closer on needing to save all that money. That's kind of pushed me to really be like, okay, I need to save now. But having that goal in mind of like, okay, I need to save this money because I want a house soon, you know, it helps so much to be like, I have to do this because I really want this one day and I'm gonna need the money for it. And so putting away a lot of money for it now is gonna be so worth it. So whether your goal be you want to buy a car, or you want to buy a house, or you want to move out, or you want to travel, anything like that, you want to retire or save to retire, anything that's just like a goal of yours, try to make a goal. Or you want to splurge on something even, just make that goal and like see that so clearly in your mind, and I promise you it will make it so much easier to save your money, because it won't just feel like it's gone. It'll feel like it's going towards something and actually has a purpose of putting the money there. So that is pretty much it for this video on saving some money. I hope it helps you guys out. I hope you guys are able to save some money if you're looking to put some money away in your bank. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe by clicking down below, and also follow me on Instagram. I'll link that right here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.